Oh hey, I hope you're having a great morning. But I understand that mornings can never be good unless you have slept really well in the night. So in today's video, I'm going to complete the last week's video and I will tell you how you can sleep like a baby. The first thing to understand in order to sleep better is to understand that like any other natural process, our body also has a system to tell you and give you the cues when it is sleepy. Tell me if you relate with this. You're lying down on your couch, you're done with your dinner, and somewhere around 9:30 to 10:30, for 5 minutes you feel super sleepy. Has it ever happened to you? Tell me in the comments. If your answer is a yes, but you ignore it just because it is too early to sleep, let me tell you, our body follows a clock which works according to the sun cycle. When the sun sets, after 2 to 3 hours of that, our body has to start the repairing process. That's what sleep means. And if you're relaxed enough in that time, your brain will give you a signal that it is time to sleep. All you have to do to sleep better is to understand that signal and listen to that signal. The second thing that you can do to improve your sleep is to be prepared when that signal comes. What I mean by that is that yes, that signal can come. But if at all some work is pending, maybe the kitchen is not wrapped enough, maybe the work is not wrapped enough, you will not be able to sleep because you have so much going on. But because of any reason, if you ignore that signal, then because of the way our body is programmed since the early man's time, our body will switch on the flight and fight responses, which means that maybe you are in a danger. That is the reason why you're not sleeping. And that's why your body tries to protect you from any danger that is there. In fact, this is the reason why if you ignore that 5-minute signal, you cannot sleep for the next 3 to 4 hours because your body is trying to protect you by keeping you alert. And you know, funnily enough, that protection is going to look like a developing layer of fat around your organs because your body is trying to cushion your organs against any damage that can happen to them. Wait. Manisha, do you mean that if I do not sleep when my body wants me to sleep, I will gain fat? Yes. If you are someone who is looking for fat loss, let me tell you this one thing. Results come with consistency, and consistency comes with being prepared. That's something that I keep telling all my clients, and that's something that I will also suggest you to do. So be prepared for whenever that sleep signal comes so that you can embrace it and let your body repair itself. Yes, I understand. You might have some work in the night. You might have a project deadline coming up. But take my word for it. When you give in to your body signals and respect that body signal and sleep at that time, you will be waking up earlier with a much fresher energy and you will be able to accomplish much more as compared to what you would have done in the night. The sleep signal that we are talking about is a resultant of a hormone called melatonin, which is also called the sleep hormone. And if you understand how melatonin is made inside of the body, you will be able to understand how you can plan your dinner better so that you can sleep better. Because of the way our body is programmed since the early man's time, melatonin can only be released in 2 conditions. First, your stomach needs to be full. Second, you need to be genuinely relaxed in that moment of time. This is the reason why when you have a soup and salad for dinner, you can't sleep really well. And when you're worrying too much, then also your sleep is hampered. The production of melatonin depends a lot on one amino acid which is called tryptophan, which comes from proteins that we consume in our dinner. Wait, so Manisha, you mean that if I have just a bowl of dal or maybe a piece of chicken, that'll be enough for a dinner? No. Researchers have shown that the melatonin production, which is dependent on tryptophan, gets enhanced when there are carbohydrates present. That is the reason why an ideal carb and protein combination will be the best dinner for you if you want to sleep really well. And don't worry on this, even if you have carbs, you will still lose fat. I keep talking about the importance of carbs on my Instagram. Please do come there, join me there, and let's start having some carbs. My next tip for you is going to be really beneficial for you to get in sync with that sun cycle. There is only a limited amount of light that we can see as a human being. That spectrum is called the Vibgyor. And if you understand light as waves, the length of that visible range of light is 400 nanometers to 700 nanometers for human beings. Why I'm giving you this science trivia? Because the blue light is the daytime light and that is the same light that is emitted through our gadgets. And that is the reason why in the evening time it is important to block that blue light so that your body doesn't get confused whether it is day or night. An easy thing that you can do to fix this is to switch on your blue light filter, which is available in all the gadgets primarily these days, at around sunset time. This is an important step in establishing a sleep cycle because of the reason that even after the sunset, we are usually consumed by our gadgets because that's the only time that we get for our me time, or even you can be working at that time. That also requires gadgets, and that is the reason why switching on a blue light filter at the time of sunset is highly recommended. My next tip will not only give you a good sleep but might also give you a good skin health. To get into the REM sleep or the rapid eye movement sleep or the repair cycle, our body has to drop the core temperature by 2 degrees. This process takes usually an hour after we sleep, but you can make your body's work easy by doing that drip in temperature by yourself. How can you do that? Make a skincare regime for yourself before the bedtime. You can go for a shower, you can wash your feet, you can wash your face, do your night serums and whatever skincare that you're doing. This process is going to help you in 2 ways. First, it will help your body to reduce the temperature easily. Second, because of the habit that you will be developing, your brain will understand the sleeping as a process. Step 1, skincare. Step 2, wash feet. Step 3, sleep. It might seem like a small thing to do and you might also not see the changes immediately, but as 𝗠𝐭𝐿 said in Atomic Habits, small habits do not add, they compound. And on that note, I would like to end this video. I'll see you next week. Until then, be a fit foodie and remember, I love you unconditionally and I hope you sleep really well tonight.